flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day. Welcome everyone to Sim Racing Short Trackers. We're live here at Richmond International Raceway. About to go, I believe it's 125 laps. It might be 200 laps. I can't remember. We'll find out here in a minute though. I'm pretty sure it's 125. Anyway, a little bit about tonight. Coming in, you can see one key factor tonight, a little bit different type of a race. It is daytime here in Richmond, Virginia, and that's going to make this track very slick. It's going to make it very fun, and going to make it a little bit different. I'm very much looking forward to this. By the way, it is 125 laps, just to let you all know. So a very short race here tonight, but the weather is going to be key factor here tonight. Field was inverted, and Royce Schiavone will start on the pole. However, the pole actually went to Logan Runyon, so field's inverted. What that means, 5 drivers was inverted. There's your track or air temp, 73 degrees with partly cloudy skies, so no big factor there. However, the track temp a little bit different, 98 degrees for these super late models, and it's going to be a fun race. This is probably the biggest track we actually go to with these guys. We just looking at their schedule, I guess you could probably say Iowa would be another big one that we go to, but really this one, Bristol and Iowa, about the biggest ones we go to, so it's going to be fun. A little bit of information coming into tonight. We have had a winner in all 3 different races. Royce Schiavone currently leading the points. However, of course, this is a chase, and with the chase, that means that, of course, if you don't know, everything basically resets here come, what day is that? January 10th. Everything resets. Royce Schiavone was your leader or winner last week. I'm sorry. Was your winner back on week 2. Martinsville, Joshua Hart. I forgot who it was last week. We did not get to broadcast because I was out of town. So, going to be a fun race like I mentioned. Qualifying has already taken place. We're getting ready to go green here in just a few minutes. Qualifying's wrapping up. There's also Adam Maddox. Where's he at? He's running a special paint scheme. You can't see it yet. It will pop up here. Let me actually refresh my trading paints real fast to make sure it pops up, because he actually lost a bet and he's got to run a special paint scheme tonight. So it's going to be fun to see what he has on his car. And just for future, before I show this car, if you have kids in the area, make sure they don't read this car, because it might not be good for them to read. He lost a bet to someone in the league, and it was going to be shown on broadcast. So I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. It should be a fun race, though. Like I mentioned, I've been looking forward to this one all day. Like I said, and it's going to be an interesting race. This is not going to be a race that has a ton of cautions, but it's going to be a race where there's a lot of close racing, I expect. Turn 2 could be the biggest issue. We're seeing cars get loose coming out of turn 2. Turn 4, we could see some cars get loose and go sliding through the grass here. It's always a big thing. Also, for guys that don't know, this league, they do not allow tires on all races. So this race, you are not allowed to take any tires. However, last week at Lanier, you wasn't, but Bristol, you was allowed to take 2 sets of tires. So they have a tire limit on this race. Also, this race is sponsored by Midwest Power Source, LLC. Or Midwest Power Source Inc. Sorry, make sure you check them out. And our insurance options, make sure you check them out as well. So, like I said, race going to be good. We're already starting to grid now, so usually we have national anthem and stuff like that, but where they do everything in a separate session, it's really extremely hard or difficult for us to get in here and do everything that we need to do to get everything going. So, you can see some cars starting to line up on the grid. And we will wait. There's Adam Maddox. Like I said, if you got kids, you might want to go ahead and turn them away so they can't see this. It's kind of funny. But, there you go. There's Adam Maddox tonight. Got Danny Hamlin on the side representing Toyota. Proud tonight. But yeah, Adam Maddox getting ready to go at it here. And, we'll see if he can get that 94 up towards the front. Oh, man. You know what? We're going to bring Adam in. Hey, Adam, you got me.
Yeah, I got you, Adam. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Probably a little bit better than you out there in that beautiful car. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, me and the Sim Racing Short Trackers team went to Martinsville and bet on specific drivers, and the lowest finishing driver, um, lowest finishing pick would have to actually run a paint. This isn't the first time we've done this. Designed by the other guys, and I picked Chase Elliott, who had me rolling. Royce would have been the victim until Denny Hamlin put him in the wall.
Gotta love Danny Hamlin, right? Um,
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about tonight, man. What's going to be the most difficult place or thing about attacking this track tonight?
Well, I've got a really fast race car. I don't know if you saw him practice there. Second fastest in practice, and Jerry actually had a qual set. So I got a fast car out here right now, and you just have to save your tires. You got 125 laps. We're really going to have to save these tires and make them last. I think that's going to be the key.
All right, man. Get up here and see if you can put it in victory lane. I know you've been wanting to win in here. You've been close a couple of times, so we'll be up here watching. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. All right, should be a fun one. As the grid cycling through, and Adam Maddox getting ready to go racing here at Richmond International Speedway. They did go to Martinsville, like he mentioned, and I seen some of the pictures, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty awesome. A bunch of these guys got together and went to Richmond or Martinsville together, so pretty cool stuff on that, and being able to do that. I know Roy Schiavone was there, Maddox, a bunch of other guys. I know I'm missing so many people, but like I said, it should be a fun race. Pace car getting ready to pull in, and we're getting ready to go 125 laps. This race will not take long in these super late models. There goes the pace car. The green flag is about to be displayed, and the green flag is out. We're off to racing here for the Richmond 125. And already up front, Roy Schiavone able to clear that number 98 car for the time being. I'm sorry, the 82 car, not Mike Abbott, currently in second. That is that yellow car that you see. Battle's going to be for fourth. This is Brian Hacker, Logan Runyon. Watch Logan. He was fast in qualifying. He's blinking just a little bit there, but he was really fast. He actually started on the pole, but with the inverted field, he had to start in the middle of this pack. He slides down in front of Jacob Smith in that 54. Smith falls up in front of that 11 of Brian Hacker. As we hop on board with the driver of the 6 car. And also, for guys that don't know, Donald Clark out on the track. And I actually painted this paint scheme for him. It was a privilege to paint that for him. He's running tonight. See it right there. Carolina Contracting Solutions. Pretty cool looking car. I'm not going to lie. It was fun to paint. And he actually takes over 8th place right behind Adam Maddox, and TJ Graves falls in behind him. Up front, battle for the lead. The 82 of Mike Abbott last time by was just a little bit slower than the 76 of Schiavone, but he is looking like he's got a better lap going this time in that number 82 Fireball Whiskey super late model. And I lied about that. Looks like Roy Schiavone faster that time. Fastest out on the field though right now is Logan Runyon and Adam Maddox. As we spoke, Maddox said he had a really good car, so we'll see if he's able to get up towards the front and see if we can put this thing in victory lane. We'll find out. Right now the battle's going to be for third. Logan Runyon, Tommy Hayes as the 6 cars underneath the 17, getting ready to go into turn 1. And Runyon takes over third. Donald Clark gets a little bit of the wall there coming out of turn 2. Does not do no damage, but right on board with him for just a moment. See Maddox up in front of him, taking over the 6th spot from Brian Hacker, and we got a car up in the wall. It looks like 3rd place, possibly. As now Logan Runyon actually trying to pass the 82 on the outside. That was 4th place, I think we've seen getting the wall just a little bit. It's okay, though. Jacob Smith also looking to take over 4th place. And that MAV TV number 54, super late. He does take it away. A little bit further back in the field. Chris Stump, at number 98, starting to work his way up towards the front. Right now, passing the 75 of Patrick Smith. And then he's got the 5 of A.J. Rogers. I'm going to be honest, A.J. is going to be another tough driver to get around. Probably one of the toughest guys to pass. And I love that Patrick Smith car. That's cool. Black Rifle Coffee Company. And right behind him is Bob Lauren. All three of them guys very quick. David Knowles right now back in 19th. He's actually a little bit further back. We actually had a pretty good turnout tonight. 22 drivers making a start here in the super late model. This is battle for the 21st spot. And it looks like right now JP currently has moved up to 21st. Have a little bit of trouble with the setup tonight, it appears. This is an open setup for anybody wondering. We jump back up to the lead. If anybody's wondering about this league, this is an open setup league. Every guy in here has to make their own setups and all that good stuff, and it's a lot of work. These cars are not very easy to set up. We got a caution on track, and it looks like Aaron and Corey. Nope. Did Dale Albright have trouble? It looks like he did. Yes, he did, and he is smoking. As him and a 75, wow. Patrick Smith may have got together. Oh, 26 got in the wall and down on the 75. There you go. There's your replay. A little bit of damage both, and the 26 taking the worst end of that. Actually had it blown up. He will go back to the pit lane as our first caution comes out for the first time tonight. Roy Schiavone leading the way. Remember, these guys cannot pit, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this from Richmond International Speedway. Don't know about you all, but I am looking forward to the new update coming out in December. I think it was the 5th. And Dirt Rallycross GRC coming, and a bunch of other new stuff. And if you all haven't seen it, check out the Sim Pit on YouTube. Sean does a good job on everything he does with them. Check out the Sim Pit and look at GRC. He did a thing last night, and it was a live video, and he was showing everybody GRC and Global Rallycross and what it's going to look like. And I'm not going to lie, that's going to be so much fun. We're going to have it here the day of the release. We'll be broadcasting it as well as racing it as well that day. Hopefully iRacing won't crash because that is my personal opinion. That's one of the biggest updates that they've ever done since I've been on here in 2 years. Even bigger than Dirt, just because they're adding Dirt license and stuff like that to it as well. So it is such a big improvement to the sim, and I'm really looking forward to it. iRacing's done a great job. I'm honestly surprised they got it out so quick. Everybody says, what has DX11, they ask about what DX11 has brought us since they got rid of DX9. To me, they've added a lot more stuff quicker than what they normally would, and I think DX11 has helped do that. I don't know if it has or not, but that's just what I see. I mean, we're seeing so much more improvements within the sim itself. The damage model still being worked on and stuff like that, but everything else looking good. And sorry about that, guys. I don't know why I just dropped frames, so should be good now. But yeah, get ready to go back green flag here at Richmond. It is Roy Schiavone, Logan Runyon, your top 2. Then Mike Abbott, Jacob Smith, Adam Maddox has moved into the top 5. Currently, we got 21 drivers on track. Dale Albright looks like he's left the race, so he will not finish tonight. Unfortunately, Dale's a good guy and really good race car driver. Pace car pulls in. The green flag about to be displayed, and we are back to green. here once again at Richmond International Speedway, and up front, and Logan Runyon with a heck of a start on the outside. We'll see if he's able to get around Royce Schiavano as they work out of turn 2. And Logan Runyon takes over that top spot right in front of the 76 car. Adam Maddox already up to 4th as Mike Abbott actually scrapes the wall a little bit. That's going to open the door for Donald Clark on the inside, looking to take over 5th. Donald with a little bit of damage on that right front. Shouldn't affect him too much in these super late models. These things are pretty tough, to be honest. It may affect him a little bit here. He's trying to stay right now in front of that 11 of Brian Hacker, who's on the inside of Mike Abbott as well. But it looks like the 18 will take over that spot. Mike Abbott falling back. Here comes Hacker to the inside, going down into turn 1. Right behind him, Tommy Hayes also right there. We seen him come up in the top 5 a moment ago, and he's fallen back just a little bit since the drop of the green flag once again. And now Donald Clark under attack for that 5th spot as Brian Hacker moves up the track just a little bit. We also got the 23 starting to move up. John Michael Chanette, I think is how you say his last name. Started 16th up to 8th place. He is on a move in that number 23 car. You see him right there in the middle as he puts it 3 wide. Caution flag comes out. Whoa, the 11. Brian Hacker into the wall. Not sure what happened with that, but caution flag comes back out. And this was a pretty good one, it looks like, I believe. This was the 22 of TJ Graves. Wow. And the 14 gets into the side of him. We'll check on the 14 as well. That is Bob Lauren, which is kind of surprising. And Lauren takes a good hit from the 2. The 60 got a little bit of damage from that as well. And there's your caution. So, Logan up front in that RMS team car. Not much of a surprise to see Logan up front, last year's season champion. And looking just as good as what he normally does here. Always a fast driver. Guys, if you like these super late models, we're going to have another super late model league coming on Sunday, December 12th. We broadcasted a new league. I'll have more information about that once I get more information. And of course, Friday we'll be back to broadcast the season finale of Go Fast Racing League. It will be our last race with them guys, but it's been a fun season. It's been a fun broadcasting our races. A lot of good guys over there, and we'll be broadcasting their final race of the season. Wraps up this Friday night. We'll also be broadcasting a race on Thursdays. Coming January. Luckily, I don't work a lot in the wintertime, so January the 7th, I think, which at 2 p.m. Eastern time, we broadcasted a road league for a bunch of guys, and I'm really looking forward to that. The race ain't very long. We got like 43 laps at Laguna Seca and some other tracks, and it's going to be fun. I haven't broadcasted a road league in a while, so it's going to be fun. They'll be running the GTE cars, which is the Ferrari and Ford. So it's going to be fun to watch them guys race a different track, and I'm looking forward to broadcasting with them. Hopefully, we're still in talks about everything, so we're still working out small details with them. And of course, Monday nights, everybody knows, Red Light Racing Series, and of course these guys here on Wednesday. This is their second season with Sim Racing Short Trackers, and it's been a good partnership. They let me do my own thing. They do their own thing. It works out really well. And I know a lot of them. I know a couple of them. Adam's a really good guy. Royce Schiavano, really good guy. There's so many. David Knowles, great guys in here that run this league. So, yeah, it's been awesome to be able to stay with these guys. And for another season. I mean, this is only our 4th race in already. It's kind of gone by fast because the race ain't very long in this. It's a normal super late model race, and I like it though. I think it makes it very unique. I think it makes it like a dash racing. It don't take long. I mean, we're already a quarter of the way in almost. We're 26 laps in out of the 125, so we got a little under 100 laps to go. I think we're coming at 99 to go this time. As the pace car drops back in, we're going to try to get this thing green flag once again. Green flag out. Sim Racing Short Trackers Richmond 125. And a battle up front. For the top spot, Shivano, Logan Runyon side by side. Looks like Logan's going to be able to take that spot, but here comes Adam Maddox in that number 94 car. And there goes the 60 and a big wreck behind him. Caution flag will come out. TJ Graves involved in this one. I also see the 60 of Justin, or JP, involved as well. 3 wide. You see the 60 right up there up against the wall. And it looks like the 82 got into the 60. And around they went. And everybody else does a good job of avoiding it. That was close. One more look. From on board to 75 of Patrick Smith. That is probably one of the worst feelings in all of sim racing is when a car starts moving just a little bit after they spin, and you don't know if they're going to come back down or not. Luckily, Richmond has a flat backstretch. Most of them do, but sometimes you still get guys that want to come straight down the track. And luckily, that didn't happen. Usually, it's a bad thing. So yeah, just to give you all guys a little bit of details on what's coming to the build, if you don't know, just in case you are kind of out in the dark about what's coming to iRacing here with the new schedule, or not new schedule, but the new build coming up. I actually have the notes somewhere. In just a second, I will find it, I promise. Is this it? Nope. Well, guys, I may have it. All right, here we go. Excuse me, got a little cold. Anyway, let me scroll down to find it. And so, if anybody wants to know about the new build that's coming up for iRacing, besides GRC and all that good stuff, one of the things that they are going to be adding besides the dirt license as well is, I'm right here on it if my mouse will scroll down. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see. Some of the stuff about dirt. Yeah, this may just be about GRC, actually, what I was reading about. That's exactly what it was. I apologize, guys. I actually had it up, and now I lost it. I will try to find that for you all before, if we have another caution, I will find that and get it. Oh, heat racing. That's one of the things being added. Heat races being added, and that's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to having the heat races and stuff like that. It's going to be really interesting for dirt on how they do stuff like that with whenever they add the heat race. And of course, GRC is going to have it as well. So people that don't know, December 5th, beginning at 8 o'clock Eastern time, iRacing will be down. It'll be down for a while, too. It's not going to be down for just an hour. It's probably going to be down to about 1 o'clock, I would guess, Eastern time. We're going to go back green here, though. And I will try to find that stuff about what I was reading about. The updates on what's coming. I actually did have it, but So the pace car getting ready to pull in. Logan Runyon going to take us back to the green flag. Green flag out once again. Up front and a battle for third as well. Logan Runyon going to take over first place. Battle's going to be for third right now. The 54 and the 94. Adam Maddox, Jacob Smith. Here comes the 94. Takes over third place. Maddox really starting to improve just a little bit on these longer runs. Back here, though, they better keep an eye on that number 23 car. He's starting to push up. And right now he is working on Donald Clark, who gets a little loose coming out of turn 2. Side by side, it looks like the Dynasty Motorsports. 94 is going to go, 54 is going to go around. Caution flag going to be coming out. I don't know if Donald actually got into him or not. Was there net code? It looks like he may have made contact just a little bit. He tagged him a little bit. Both of them cars got damaged. All three of them cars got damaged. Be right back right after this. Welcome back to Richmond 125 as we get ready to go, sponsored by our insurance options and Midwest Power Sourcing. Guys, if anybody's out there looking for a Cup Series league, get in contact with, you can message me on TRN on Facebook. We are starting a TRN Cup Series. We are sponsoring that, presented by Overtake Motorsports. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. It starts in, I think, January or December. It's being ran by Lana Lacey, who I broadcasted him plenty of times, but it's going to be fun. Lana's working everything to try to get everything sorted out on that. I think there are going to be some prizes involved and stuff. It'll be broadcasted as well on Fridays, and it should be a fun race. Should be a fun time. At the moment, I think 10 drivers, including some really good ones. So, yeah, we'll get some more people, but should be a good race. They got a Facebook now. Check out TRN Cup Series on Facebook, and it just actually got made, so it's very new Facebook page and all that good stuff. And come in and race with us. Anyway. Here we go. Pace lights are still on, so it looks like we're going to be going another lap here. And we'll double them up this time and get ready to go back green. Alright, guys. We are about to go green flag. Racing once again. Oop. The pace car pulled back down pit road, and the green flag is out. Coming to lap 41 this time by. Logan Runyon takes over top spot once again. How about Jacob Smith? Even with that little bit of damage he got, takes over third. Up front, battle for the lead. Meanwhile, we got double battle back here side by side. 23 passes the 98, Chris Stump. And it looks like we got another caution. I don't see where. Don't know where that one's at. I think that was one of them hoax cautions. I think somebody threw something out on the track because I don't see nothing. I'm trying to find out. Was it John Michael? He's up in 6th? That shouldn't be the caution. No idea, guys. Huh. Alright, well, there goes that idea of a green flag start. So, yeah, we'll just wait here and do it again. Let's take a look at our race summary so far. 5 cautions, 21 laps. It's kind of surprising we're actually having this many cautions, though. And that caution should have never honestly came out. I don't see what the caution was, unless it was manually thrown to fix some stuff. Which honestly could be. And if so, that's cool. I understand that. So usually I pick winners of each race. But I haven't really picked them lately. I don't like doing it that much anymore. By the way, I did find information about the update coming out, and so if you're curious, with the exception of GRC, graphics, modeling, physics, colors, tracks, new functionality are in very good shape, and they are ready to go. They still have to tweak minor details. Let's see, spotter commands are getting fixed. To cut to the chase, GRC will be coming in this upcoming build. We are also planning on releasing Heat Race in the next update. Road and Dirt license, Oval license. The new Dirt midget car. Hopefully that will be released. That's still being worked on at the moment, but should be released. There have been new physics update on stock cars, which is going to be cool. The plan is to release pit crew animations with this update. That's really cool, by the way. I'm really looking forward to that. We seen the commercial a few moments ago. And it's going to be for high-level stock cars, such as the NASCAR Truck Series, Xfinity, Cup cars. So that's cool. I'll think about 10 cars off the top. So 10 cars are getting it. Could also, blah, blah, blah. Improvements to the UI. By the way, the pace lights are out. So yeah, a bunch more stuff in the works, such as day-night transition, more oval content, new damage model physics upgrades, sound environments, all that good stuff is being upgraded. So it's a big update. Like I said, this is probably the biggest update they've done since I've been on iRacing. Really looking forward to the pit crew. Really looking forward to global rallycross, dirt license, heat races, everything. There's so much stuff. Pace car pulling off track. And the green flag is out. We're back to racing here once again at Richmond International Speedway. Once again, Logan Runyon doing what he does best. He didn't get a great jump that time. It's maybe able to help Roy Schiavano along the outside. Here he comes. Schiavano side by side up front for the lead. Adam Maddox to the inside, trying to take over third from Jacob Smith. They work out of turn 4. Looks like Schiavano not going to be able to get the lead, but Adam Maddox still working on third place as another caution comes out. And it is the 60 once again. And the 12 gets into the wall. Matthew Chastain. It goes around into the inside wall. And unfortunately, that happened. I'm sure these guys are getting a little aggravated with these cautions. I'm sure everybody watching is getting aggravated with these cautions. Alright guys, we'll take another break. I gotta go blow my nose real fast. I'll be right back right after this.
The car behind me is my Chili Bowl midget, the one that I won the Chili Bowl with. And what's interesting about that is it's actually the car that iRacing scanned that's going to be available to all the iRacing members out there.
Alright, welcome back. Sim Racing Short Trackers. Sponsored by our insurance options. Make sure you all check them out at insuranceoptions.com and Power Source Inc. Make sure you check them out as well. Right now we are 50 laps into this 125 lap race. We've had more cautions than what honestly I thought, just being honest, but some of these cautions are kind of weird because we knew the track would be tough coming out of some of these turns, and most of the cautions we're seeing is somebody just sliding too much or sliding up too much, getting in the wall, bouncing off the wall, coming back down, and there just be another car underneath them. And the thing is, when you got this many cars, that tends to happen. It's just one of them things, especially when it comes to Richmond. Richmond's really bad about that, especially in the daytime. It's really bad. I mean, this place is tough to drive as it is, honestly. A lot of wrecks happen coming off these corners. So, honestly, it's not much of a surprise to see it. But these guys will get it under control. We will see a lone green flag run. We always do. So, it's just a matter of time when we see it. And I do expect it, though, like I said, here anytime, honestly. Of course, you see it at 94. And once again, if you got kids, you might want to turn them away just for a moment, so they won't be able to see the car. But you can see his car. He is doing that because he lost a bet. You can see Denny Hamlin's face plastered all over it. Yeah, he lost it at he lost a bet at Martinsville Speedway. The lowest finisher out of all their guys had to do a special paint scheme. And he picked Chase Elliott to win. Chase Elliott got dumped by Danny Hamlin. And that's why you see Danny Hamlin's face all over the car. Then you got to get a picture of Adam on the front of it as well. There you go. Actually, I don't know if that's actually Adam or not, but still, I'm going to guess it is. Anyway, pace lights are off. We are going to go back green this time by. The one I'm most impressed with right now is the 23. He's the one that's really made up a lot of grounds. He'll be restarting 5th on this restart. He started 16th though, and up now to 5th. He's starting alongside that 8 car, Jamie Christensen, who's a very good driver as well. Doing a really good job here tonight, staying out of trouble. You got Roy Schiavone, Logan running up on the front row. 3rd and 4th goes to Adam Maddox and Jacob Smith, and of course Jamie up in 5th. Pace car pulls back down pit lane once again. The green flag being displayed once again. We're back to racing here at Richmond. We seen this last time of Royce getting a good run alongside, and he wasn't able to do much with it. Is he going to be able to do it this time? No, he's going to not take over the top spot. As Adam Maddox underneath the 54 of Jacob Smith. Oh, the 23 hard into the wall. Doesn't lose any spots, but Maddox will take over 3rd place. Maybe he does slide up in front. Oh, the 8 is in the wall and upside down. Caution flag should come back out. Oh, big wreck. Wow. There's probably just got rid of a lot of guys. Jamie Christensen went for a ride and is smoking on the backstretch, has blown up. Here's your replay. See, that's what we was talking about. Everybody just getting into the wall and comes back down and nowhere to go. I mean, it just piles up in front of them. You can see, I see about 5 cars smoking. The 22 was involved. I mean, there was a ton. That was TJ Graves that was involved, which was a big hit for him. You got the 60 involved. The 82 was involved. The 17 involved. That took a lot of good cars out. And already we got a bunch of cars on pit road. And it's going to probably take a lot of these cars out of this race, honestly. See, I'm sitting here counting. Logan has led how many? 36 laps. Royce led 21. Maddox hasn't led any yet. Jacob Smith. Trying to see where Logan was in the points. He hasn't had the greatest of year yet. He hasn't picked up a win yet. I don't think so. Want to check, double check. Okay, so Logan, let me find him. I don't think he won last week. They haven't updated that yet on these standings that I see. Just want to double check to make sure. So Roy Schiavone is still in the points, I believe. it was a 95 that won last week, possibly. I don't know. I don't actually have who it was. So we're going to go back racing once again. As pace car pulls out, the green flag is out. We're back to racing here. And up front, that 54 is all on the back of Roy Schiavano. Really pushing him. He's contact between the 76 and 54, giving a 76 bumper. Here comes Maddox underneath Roy Schiavano for second. Wow, that 54 really pressed the issue. Jacob Smith really wanting to go. And he will push the 76 up the track, and that's going to allow the 94 Maddox to get to his inside, going down into turn one. Maddox trying to take away second spot from his teammate of SRST team. And Maddox takes it away. Maddox actually looking really fast. He may be a little bit faster than Logan. Up front for the lead. Adam Maddox trying to take over that top spot. How about that? Maddox gets a little loose coming up out of the corner of turn two. Still side by side for this top spot. You got Jacob Smith there as well. Maddox out of four to the lead. First laps that we've seen Adam Maddox actually lead under green this season. And he will take it and now try to pull away as the battle for second starts to heat up. Jacob Smith underneath Logan Runyon. Contact between the 54 and the 6. 6 goes up the track, will lose 2 spots. Falls in behind Chris Stump, who's starting to work his way up towards the front. Then you got Brian Hacker there as well. And that beat up car really starting to do something as well. Jacob Smith all on the backside of Adam Maddox. Now looking for the lead. Maddox pushed the block on. For second, Shimano underneath the 54. Chris Stump, by the way, did get around Logan Runyon, who goes high. Logan now underneath for fourth place. Takes it away. Shivano got around Jacob Smith. Single file all the way up for the front for the first 10 cars. We only had 12 cars right now on the lead lap. Here comes the pass for third. Logan not going to be able to get there. There may be damage on Logan's car. I'm trying to see it. Yes, there is. Quite a bit of damage on the right front. Maddox trying to cash his way into the chase races. Here comes the pass for third. The 54 and the 6. Logan Runyon gets underneath the 54 Jacob Smith. And out of turn 4 will take over that third spot. Oh, and a bump put on from the 54. 54 is a little aggressive right now. I like it. There's your distance between the top 5 drivers. And there's your distance between each one and the driver in front of them. As you can see, Roy Schiavano trying to close the gap on that 94 car. Last time by, Roy Schiavano a little bit faster. Not much, but it was a little bit faster last time than our leader. Fastest out on track last time, Logan Runyon, who's starting to close in on Roy Schiavano. These three are actually starting to break away just a little bit over Jacob Smith and Chris Stump. Chris now looking to the inside of Logan. Oh, I'm sorry, of Jacob. And also, we got AJ Rogers starting to work his way up in that 5 car. AJ started way back in 6th place. I seen him a little bit further back than that, though, at one point in time. He was all the way back towards the back. Last time by, the fastest on track goes to the 6 car. Logan Runyon, once again, fastest on track. This time by, however, Logan, once again, fastest than it was Adam Maddox, second fastest. Logan's got to get around to 76, and here he comes to the inside on Roy Schiavano, and not going to be able to clear him just yet as Schiavano battles back on the outside. That outside lane starting to work just a little bit. Can the 6 get around him? Looks like he may have a chance here out of turn 2. No, not yet. Now this is what Adam Maddox wants. He wants these two guys to race. Looks like Maddox may be able to clear him this time. Or I'm sorry, Schiavano may lose him. No, he will not. Schiavano doing a really good job on battling this 6 on that outside line. And actually, last time by, he was 2nd place. We got one car coming down pit road. Bob Lauren coming down. Maddox starting to slowly pull out, but it don't matter. Logan Runyon gets around Roy Schiavano for 2nd. Now setting his sights on the 94. They tried to hold him back as long as they could. We'll find out. As Logan, a little under a 10th faster last time than Maddox. About even that time for all 3 of these top guys. However, the slowest that time was Maddox. '92, David Knowles trying to take away 7th for Brian Hacker. And it looks like David going to be able to, for now, he does take away 7th place. Riding on board with the number 6 car. A 22.157 last time by. That it was faster than our leader. He's looking to the outside, not going to be able to do it just yet. Trying to put pressure on Maddox. Trying to make him make a mistake and go up track. That time by, Maddox was faster. It'll be tough for Logan to get around Adam, that's for sure. He's wanting it pretty bad. Both of these guys are wanting it bad. Here comes Logan underneath. Not going to happen. We are now 85 laps in, coming to lap 86. 40 laps remain. just interesting really watching these lines that these guys are taking. As you see the lap car getting past, that is the 12 car. He got involved in that wreck earlier when he got into the wall and came down. Matthew Chastain. He is running in 13th, but definitely not where he wants to be. We do have another lap car coming up here soon. That is the 46 of Philip Martin. Not too far in front of these guys. You see Philip right there on your screen. Actually starting in 21st up to 12th, so that's actually a big improvement for him. Not bad at all. He's going to try to stay on the lead lap, but he's going to probably need a caution. These guys are really starting to chase Philip down. About a second a lap, they're actually closing in, so... Logan with the run underneath Adam. It looks like Maddox may let him go here. He does. Maddox going to try to cross him up. Caution comes out. Brian Hacker slow on the front stretch. He just go around. Have a right behind Donald Clark in that 18 car. There he goes. He just went around. Nothing too bad. Does a good job of not hitting anything. Take our final break, guys. We'll be right back to wrap this thing up here in just a few moments. Very much looking forward to the GRC Rallycross coming out here in just a little under a week, I believe, on December 5th. So, right out a week. It should be fun. We'll be broadcasting that the first day it comes out, even in the test drive if I have to test it out and broadcast some of it. It's going to be fun to do. Hopefully it'll come out with paint soon so I can start working on the paint for it. But anyway, back to the night. We're going to have a heck of a finish here, I think. Logan Runyon took the lead on that last lap that we was green. And as soon as he took it, the caution came out. That is not what Adam Maddox needed. As he was, he actually looked like he gave up the lead a little bit and tried to cross over the 6, but with the caution coming out, that was great timing by Logan. And Adam trying to get his first win of the season. Shivano is currently sitting third, so it could be big. Either way for these guys. And I don't know if we count out AJ Rogers, who's sitting right back in 5th. I'm sorry, in 4th. Jacob Smith back in 5th. So the pace lots are going to go out this time. We're only going to have, what, 30 laps? 31 laps remaining. Once we go back green, so it's a very short shootout. Remember, these guys are not allowed to take tires at all during this race. So I'm sure they're feeling it. That's one big thing with this race. You're not allowed to take tires. So the pace car is going to go around. did drop off when we get this race underway. We will have, I think, 30 to go. Yeah, 30 to go once we hit the line. The pace car pulls in. The green flag about to come out. Green flag out here once again. And the 5 got a little bit of wheel spin. A.J. Rogers didn't get the start he needed. That was right in front of the 54 car with Jacob Smith. Battle for second. Roy Schiavano takes it away from teammate Adam Maddox. Maddox falls in line now back to third. Back for fourth. Chris Stump, A.J. Rogers. And fifth as well. 92 David Knowles, 54 Jacob Smith. Donald Clark right there with Mike Abbott battling for seventh. Up front for second place. Maddox trying to take that away. Chris Stump looks on. And Maddox takes it away. Here comes that 76 now. Trying to hold off the 98. As Chris goes to Royce Schiavano's inside. Don't know if he's going to be able to get it just yet. We already seen Schiavano does not go away easy once he's on that outside. We've seen it time and time again tonight. He was battling for the lead earlier on the outside and done a really good job on trying to hold it. Question is going to be, can Adam Maddox run down Logan Runyon and put a pass on him? Last time by, he was faster by about a half a tenth. So he is faster at the moment. And Schiavano into the wall. Chris Stump there as well. I'm sorry, that was A.J. Rogers there as well. He comes up in front of the 5. And the 76 may go around. And he does, and the caution flag comes out. As Royce Schiavano, winner a couple weeks ago. This happened a little bit further back. Even further back than that. This started way back here. See right there. 76 got into the 5 off the wall. The 5 pulls right up in front of the 76. And the 54 hits the 76. And around Schiavano goes. Does do a good job on keeping it up against the wall. Aaron Corey doing a good job. Currently in 10th. We'll be watching him as well here. See where everybody finishes out. We got 24 laps remaining. So, looks like Maddox may be a little bit faster, but it looks like Logan has the car really dialed in the longer we go. So, Adam needs to take advantage of this as early as he can. And really, he's starting on the high side, which we haven't really seen him do much on that high side. So, he needs to try to get in front of Chris Stump as quick as he can. Because Chris is going to be right on the back bumper of the 6. And he may not let Adam down. He don't have to let Adam down. So, Adam needs to try to get a good run and force his way down to the bottom. Right now, your top 5, Logan Runyon, Adam Maddox, Chris Stump, AJ Rogers, Jacob Smith. David Knowles is 6th. Donald Clark 7th. Mike Abbott is in 8th. Brian Hacker and Aaron Corey currently in 10th. Philip Martin currently 11th. Roy Schiavone falls all the way back to the 12th spot and is on pit road right now repairing some damage. Matthew Chastain also there in 13th as well. So it looks like we're going to go around at least 2 more times. Here's your race summary so far for tonight. No lack of lead changes, that's for sure. Do not broadcast tomorrow night, guys. We do broadcast Friday, like I mentioned, Go Fast Racing League Championship race at Homestead, Miami. And then Saturday, no broadcast. Sunday, no broadcast. And we're back Monday. You all can check these guys out as well on Facebook, Sim Racing Short Trackers. Check us out as well, Trackside Racing Network. As the pace car lights are off, we are about to go back green flag here once again as we work out of turn 2. Roy Schiavone's night went from really good to really bad as he had a ton of damage back in 13th place. He's actually trying to catch up to the field at the moment as the pace car pulls down to green flag is out, and we are racing once again. And you see right there, Maddox not the start he wanted, and that's going to allow Chris Stump to get side by side, possibly take over second place. Maddox coming back strong out of turn 4 into the wall. He scrapes the wall just a little bit, does not affect him though. As the 54 is bouncing off cars, Maddox takes over second using a high line. Oh, not just yet. Coming out of turn 2, contact for Jacob Smith and AJ Rogers. I'm about to say Aaron Rodgers. Maddox follows him behind the 98. 94 in the wall, contact. How the heck did they save that? Maddox right now pushing it for everything he's got. 3 wide at Richmond. Almost 4 wide at Richmond. Contact with the 54. Gets in the back of the 94. Adam Maddox goes around into the safer barrier. And his night will be done. And there is probably some heated words as caution comes out. And Adam Maddox probably not too happy being punted out of the way from the 54 of Jacob Smith. There's your caution, where he about half spun around. I'm actually surprised the caution came out. I'm sure he's not very happy. Donald Clark, though, is a little bit happy. He goes from 7th to 4th. And there's your wave around. Tommy Hayes just a lucky dog. So we're going to go back green probably around 12 laps to go. Maybe 11 laps to go because we're not doubling up yet, I don't think. So yeah, it'll be 11 laps to go when we take the green flag. And Logan Runyon right now, a little bit happy. He got out front and was not involved in any of that mess. I still don't know if we're done with the yellows, though. This restart right here could be a little crazy as well. I'm sure there's a lot of heated words right now being said inside of the chat. We used to actually run the radios open so you all could listen to the communication going on in the race. We decided to stop that because of all the words that was being said. And with kids watching, we decided not to do that anymore. But I understand a lot of these guys' frustrations. They get mad, and you know it'll all be cool tomorrow. But tonight, probably not so much. They probably really don't like each other right now, and I can understand that. I do the same thing. I think everybody that races this game or sim does the same thing. One day you like somebody, the next day not so much. Or race day you don't like them, next day you like them. They're your best friend. But you hate them during race time, especially if you get hit by them. You could kind of make the argument that AJ probably should have checked up. I'm sorry, that Jacob should have checked up a little bit. But at the same time, you're coming down to crunch time and you got to go. So I don't know. But what I do know, we're going to have 10 laps to go once we take the green flag. Up front, Logan Runyon, Chris Stump, AJ Rogers, Donald Clark, Jacob Smith, your top 5. See him cleaning the tires, getting the rubber off. Gotta watch for wheel spin as the pace car drops down pit lane. This could be the final restart of this race. Green flag back out. 54, put the bumper to the 5. We got a caution already? Bob Lauren. Okay, don't know what happened here. I think he got wheel spin. Oh, did 94 tag him? He didn't get up through the gears good though, but did 94 tag him at all? Oh yeah, he tagged him a little bit. But I want to listen though. Well, he's getting up to the gears good, just a slow restart. 17 went around as well. So really, what's bad about that is Tommy should be the lucky dog, but don't look like he's going to get it because he was involved in that wreck. Yeah. Well, this wasn't supposed to happen. So now your top 5, still all the same with the exception of Donald Clark and Jacob Smith swapped spots. And looks like the 91, I believe, Jerry Stone gets the wave around. Here we go. think we're going to double them up, I believe, this time. So we're going to have 4 laps to go when we take the green flag. Once again, I want to show the sponsors for this league, our insurance options, as well as Midwest Power Source. And if I'm not mistaken, there's actually a couple of cars that has that on their logo. There you go, our insurance options. I think all these guys actually have it on there, or most of them. Midwest Power Source, our insurance option on AJ Rogers' car. Main sponsors for him. Here we go. What's going to happen? Oh, the pace lights are back on, it looks like. So we're going to go one more time around. Before we go green, this is going to be a 3-lap shootout now. Not quite a green-white checker, but close enough. So right now we only got 13 cars on the lead lap. Matthew Chastain being the last of them. Tommy Hayes, the first one to lap down. Will not matter though. He can get back on the lead lap, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Logan running right there, blinking just a little bit. Chris Stump starting alongside him as the pace car pulls off. The green flag is out. We're back to racing once again up front. You see Logan blinking. Hopefully he stays connected. AJ Rogers trying to take away second. Ooh, that was everybody blinking. Donald Clark. Caution will come out. The race will end. Logan Runyon wins. Donald Clark may have got loose, or did he have help? Oh, he had help from the 92. David Knowles taps the back bumper. Around they go. And it just gets bigger from there up in front of him. 19. Is that a 19? Somebody's on their side. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's the 91. Look at that. So your winners tonight is going to be Logan Runyon, AJ Rogers, Chris Stump, your top 3. Fourth is going to be Jacob Smith. David Knowles will finish in 5th. And Jacobs, Roy Shimano and Adam Maddox finished 6th and 7th. Matthew Chastain, wow, finished in 8th. Philip Clark, and it looks like Donald Clark will finish in 10th place. So this race will end under caution as we go through turn 3 and 4. We're going to speak to Logan, AJ, Chris. Really, same question I was going to ask all three of these guys. I'm there thinking about it. What what was it like trying to, how do you go about approaching this race and being it had so many cautions? Do you approach it like a sprint race? Something that happens, or like a heat race? Do you approach it, and try to get at every position you can fast? Because, a caution could come out at any time. Your winner tonight, Logan Runyon, picks up the victory here at Richmond International Speedway. Last year's season champion, tonight's winner. Let's bring in the driver of the 6 car as he's doing his burnouts. Hey, Logan, you got me? Logan Runyon, you got me? We will get him back in here in just a moment, guys. We'll talk to him. He's probably got to fix his headset and stuff. So we'll get him back in here in just a moment. We're going to bring in AJ Rogers, who finishes in second. Hey, AJ, you got me?
Yeah, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Second place for you tonight. You started, well, I believe fourth. Actually, I think you was a little bit further back than I. For some reason, I seen you towards the back. But anyway, a little bit about tonight. Let me ask you, because I was going to ask all three of you guys this tonight interview. With all these cautions we had tonight, how do you go about approaching this race? Do you approach it as a type of sprint race, meaning you have to get every position you can as soon as the green flag drops? Because we've seen a lot of guys out there really battling early as soon as the green flag came out.
That's the way it kind of seemed. Unfortunately, I mean, it was just a little too aggressive at times and caused a bunch of cautions, but I definitely wanted a longer run. I think I had a pretty good car. I qualified fourth. And I took an EOL because I was having some issues with my pedals and a few things, and ended up working itself out. But I started, I think it was second from last, and come up through the field, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought that's where I seen you. I thought I seen you drop back. I wasn't sure. What was the biggest issue with the track tonight? I mean, usually the super late model races we race nighttime. This race was in the day. Did the sun or the track make a difference at all, or was your car set up for this type of weather?
It was definitely all my setups, to be honest, are for nighttime here. So I really had to work on something. I wouldn't say I worked on it. One of my teammates, Bob, he's a hell of a setup builder, built me this setup and was able to compete with it. So I'm pretty proud about that. But it was definitely slick. I mean, it was just completely different from night today.
I said at the start of the season, I think the season championship is going to come down to 3 guys: you, Roy Schiavano, and Logan. So you proved again, second place tonight, man. Good run by you. We always see you up front. Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, definitely Adam for putting the show on. Our Insurance Options, it's a company that I work with, and be able to help this out a little bit. West Power Source, Lowe's Parks on the car also. Trying to pick up a new sponsor. Hopefully they're here in Computer Exchange. Just built me a new computer. That's a few upgrades here and there, and I've had a little bit of bad luck with the last race getting wrecked out and then turn around and doing this one. So it's a big help.
Let me ask you a question. Our Insurance Options, where can people go and check that out? What is the website?
It's just ourinsuranceoptions.com. We're based in Virginia. We can write in the whole state of Virginia: home, life, health insurance, auto insurance, you name it. We're an independent agent. We have over 20 different companies we can write for, so it's not just one. We can shop you around, so it's a pretty cool deal.
Awesome, man. I know we got a lot of people that race here from Virginia and watch from Virginia, so awesome, man. All right, we'll talk to you next week. Go out there and see if you can get a win.
All right, thank you. Thanks for putting it on.
No problem. Next up, we'll talk to Chris Stump, who finishes in third place tonight. Hey, Chris, you got me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, you had some work tonight. And I want to ask you the same question. I'm asking everybody I interview the same question with this one. How do you go about approaching this race, knowing that we was having cautions a lot? We had a couple of cautions early, and it just one after another and stuff like that. Do you go about approaching this race like a sprint race? Do you approach it like a heat race?
Well, I obviously guessed wrong because I wasn't very good there at the very end. I was expecting this, as wide as this place is, to get a little bit more green flag racing than what we did. That little bit of a long stretch we had midway, I got free. But every subsequent restart, I tightened up and stayed tight. And if we would have had, another 10, 15 lap green flag run towards the end, I would have been in a little bit better shape. But it was just way too tight on the short run, expecting more green flag racing.
Let me kind of go off with what you just said. Does that reflect on being this race is a day race? Most of the super late models we know run at night, and the track is pretty hot. It's 98 degrees, I think, something like that. Does that affect, did that affect the way your car handled because the track was so slick?
Yeah, I was expecting it probably to be a little bit looser than what it was. Again, that kind of went back to the lack of long green flag runs where we really didn't get a chance to punch the tires too much. So I probably would have been better off with the long green flag runs, but I think most the guys up front were pretty ugly on the short runs just because they're banking on the same thing I was.
Well, a good run for you tonight, no matter what. Third place. And to be honest, you hung around the top five pretty much all night for the most part, right outside, right inside the top five. Still a good run. Anybody want to give shout outs to?
Just the usual JCR boys and yourself. Really enjoy watching these broadcasts after the fact. Adam and all the guys on his team for putting this league on. Really having a lot of fun. Put him in a bad spot tonight. I got tied off the corner and he had to check up and kind of ended his night early. So I feel bad about that. But having a lot of fun doing this.
For sure, man. Good job. And we'll talk to you next week. Should be a fun race. So we'll talk to you then.
Appreciate it.
Next up, we'll bring in our winner, Logan, who finishes first place tonight. Logan, you got me?
10-4.
76 laps led, man. And honestly, it looked like your car was set up for the long run. We've seen a couple cars that was able to keep up with you early on during the short runs, but once we started really balancing some of these runs out somewhat, it looked like your car was mainly set for a longer top run. All in all, how did your car react with the different track temps that we had tonight compared to what we normally do?
No, it wasn't much different than what I had stood in. I think the biggest thing was all the short runs we'd get. We'd run, 3 or 4 laps long enough to build the right front air up, and then we'd get yellow. And I just kept extrapolating.
We know about the inverted field. You actually qualified first, legitimately. You qualified first, but the invert field pushed you back a few spots. Does that change the way that you go in and approach the race if you know that you're going to get inverted?
Yes and no. I mean, even when you start on the front row, you have to think a little bit conservatively. It's around 125 laps, especially at a 3/4 mile track. But no, just a little extra patient, more so than you normally would be.
How much patience do you show on saving tires, especially here, especially in the daytime, being the track is very hot? Do you have to save tires a lot earlier on than what you would, say, at a shorter track under lights?
Oh, for sure. After about 15, 20 laps in the super here, if you set the car up balanced for those first 10 laps, you're going to struggle severely after about 20.
Well,
so, I mean, you have to set the car up on the tight side and just be patient and wait for them to come back to you.
That's kind of what AJ said a few minutes ago. He said his car was a little loose later on in the run. But still, last year's season champion, we know why. You proved it here tonight. 76 laps led. Good run for you tonight, man. Anybody you want to shout out?
Adam for running this league. He does a really good job with it. And I'm glad he's doing this chase format. It adds a little more excitement than it normally would have. So,
good job, Eddie. And go out there. I'm sure we'll see you up front next week. We always do. So good job, and we'll talk to you soon.
10-4. Thank you.
Logan's a really good driver, though. One thing I'll say about him, he's calm, it seems like. He don't panic about a lot of stuff. You can kind of hear it in his voice. I mean, I don't know what it's like in his channel during the race, but he is a really good driver, and I respect that. There's your top 10, guys. Thoughts on the race tonight? It was okay. I mean, it's Richmond. It could have been better, yes. It kind of Kind of sucks when you got this many cautions. 12 cautions, 58 laps. But it's also Richmond in the daytime in the super late models with so many cars. And I think a lot of guys understand that. You know, I would like to see a little bit more green flag. There ain't no denying that. I think everybody would have. But, you know, these guys always get their act together, so I'm sure we'll see better racing next week. So that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. We'll be live again Friday for the championship race, Go Fast Racing League. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Y'all have a great night, and God bless. Talk to y'all soon. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day